In short, Dash is what I thought Bitcoin was going to be.
I think I should take a step back, talk a little bit about how Dash was started and my vision for it. Essentially, the way that it operates is decentralized autonomous organization. What that means is that really there's no company that's overseeing it. There's no centralized body of people that controls the entire project. Instead, what I did was originally I went around and I found a bunch of people that were really good and I put them together, and that's what became Dash Core. I put them into positions and they took over my roles. I eventually was able to step into an advisor role completely outside of Dash Core. And so the way it works in a DAO or a decentralized autonomous organization is you can have many of these teams operating. I'm just going to be starting another one. And this one is more concerned with how are we going to scale up transactions in the future? How are we going to interface with scientists and get the research and tools together that they need to, do their job? And that's what I'm going to be heading up. And I'm currently finding people and working on that, full time.
Dash is the privacy-focused digital currency that offers transactions with instant confirmations. Its unique decentralized decision-making and self-funding system make it an ideal choice as a stable and secure digital cash.
Dash is the only cryptocurrency which offers what it's called in crypto terms an instant confirmation, which means that there is no possibility of what's called a double spend at the point of payment. In other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, of course, you're not double spend protected until about 10 minutes, right? In Ethereum, it's about 17 seconds. In Mannarino, it's like a minute. So Dash is the only one where you can get an instant confirmation and work point of sale that way. The second thing that sets Dash apart from Bitcoin is that you don't have to be surveilled if you don't want to, which is to say that there is the option right within your Dash wallet to push a button that says private send. What is private send? Well, it's basically a function that our network performs where the history of your money is not traceable through the blockchain. And so you can opt out of blockchain surveillance if you like.
So the problems with Bitcoin, with the user experience, with the fucking wallet that looks like it was designed in Visual Basic in 2008 or whatever. Bruh. They're still there. They've been there for years. They haven't changed. There's been no significant progress on that for many years. Whereas with Dash, they're actively working on user experience. So by the end of this year, they expect to release Dash Evolution.
Dash has one very clear aim. It wants to be cash. To be digital cash, it needs to handle a lot of transactions and it needs to do it quickly. So recently, Dash has announced that it can potentially have block sizes upwards of almost 400 megabytes. That's insane. That really summarizes its goal here, which is to be almost equivalent to cash. It can handle so many transactions, not just big transactions, but small transactions with as few fees and as fast as possible. What Evan is trying to do is he's trying to require all these masternodes to have a huge amount of storage space to store an enormous amount of transactions that might potentially happen on this network. And also, it needs to be processed very quickly. And that's what evolution in terms of the network is all about.
I find that, in Bitcoin, they come to quite a stalemate. You have the Bitcoin Unlimited crew that wants the bigger blocks. You want the SegWit that wants the technological solution. And because they lack a governance mechanism, this has been allowed to fester for so long and it's becoming uglier and uglier. This is something that we've avoided with Dash. The masternode network came to a decision on whether to raise the block size, and we did it in 24 hours.
Just to give some context around what kind of momentum we're talking about, as recently as the fourth quarter of 2015, daily trading volume was somewhere around $63,000 a day or something. It averaged that quarter. Fourth quarter of 2016, a year later, we had grown that volume by over 1,700% to over $1 million a day. And if you look at the numbers this month, March is averaging over $35 million a day in trading volume. So these are not just exponential numbers, but these are extraordinary growth numbers.
Dash.
Dash. Dash.
Dash. Dash.
Easy peasy. See you next Friday.